Now, what I will say, because I think, I should give you the whole story here, is a lot of people have this false belief that making money online or making money in any business is easy. You just follow this 1, 2, 3-step system and it magically happens. Well, I'm here to tell you that's pretty much bullshit, and you have to be willing to put some effort in. Only once, though. If you're willing to get your head down for a very short period of time, like a month, and work on something and make a business in a month, which you absolutely can do, and once it's working, the system's in place, you can kick back, relax, you never have to touch it again. So you can do the work once, get paid again and again and again, which is great leverage. You don't want to have to be working to earn every single day. That's not a good use of your time. Also, as I've already alluded to as well, you can quickly generate a lot of cash. If you've got all these assets we've been talking about, if you've got a good mailing list, you've got websites that sell, and you've got a good relationship with your customers, you can quickly generate a large amount of money in a very short amount of time. And finally, as I already said, if you wanted to be a copywriter, if you thought creating marketing materials might be the ideal business for you, then you get paid a lot to do that. To give you an idea, I charge £5,000 just to write one sales letter now. And the reason for that is because you see the results, people make 10, 20 times that back on the sales. So it makes sense that they would pay £5,000 out to get those kind of results. Now, I want to dispel some beliefs. First of all, you do not need a degree in English in order to be able to do this. By the way, just before I explain that, who here, and be honest, we're amongst friends here, who here has, let's say, some kind of uncertainty or limiting belief in your ability to write effectively? So if you thought about writing a book or an ebook or marketing materials or anything like that, you kind of go, I'm not sure that's really for me. Raise your hands, it's okay, we're all amongst friends, yeah. And those of you that haven't got your raised, I'm sure you lie about other stuff too, that's fine. So you don't need a degree in English. I haven't got a degree. I dropped out of uni after 2.5 years, much to my mum's delight, since she'd invested so much money in my education. But I left uni, really, I'd only learned 2 things. One was to drink a lot, which wasn't that valuable, and the other one was to spend a lot of my parents' money, which again wasn't that valuable. But what it meant was, as soon as I left, I had a lot of motivation to be successful because I had to justify my decision to waste those 2.5 years and waste a lot of my mum's money. But you don't need a degree in English to be able to do it. If you can speak, you can write, because that's all you're actually doing. And I'll show you some examples of great marketing shortly, and you'll see that it's not written like a perfect novel. It's written like a conversation between me and you, because that's what makes people warm to you and want to buy from you. Because, by the way, I'm going off on a tangent here, but there's 2 things that make people want to buy anything. The first one is trust, and the second one is desire. You want to write those down. Trust and desire. If you can generate trust and desire between you and your clients or your potential clients, they will buy from you, no question. And the way you generate trust is by creating a relationship and a bond between you and your customer that makes them want to buy from you again and again and again, because they know every time they do, they'll get value and that they have that deep, meaningful relationship together. And of course, you need to create desire, which is something else I'll talk to you about later. You also do not need to be a techie. I'm not. Believe me, I do not know how to put a website up. I do not know how to make all these systems work. I don't know how to do it. I understand what it needs to do, and then I tell somebody who's an expert to do it for me. Because if I did learn it, it'd take me days, weeks, months probably to pull it off, and it's much better for me to just tell someone else to do it. You don't need to be a techie. Who here can use a Word document, by show of hands? Who knows how to use a Word document? Great, you're fully qualified to write marketing materials that sell. That's all I do. I work in Word, send the stuff off to my client, or send it off to my web designer who puts it on a website, or if it's a direct mail or an advert in the newspaper, again, do it in Word, send it out to the printers or something like that. Also, you don't need any writing experience whatsoever. So again, if you've never written a book or you've not written anything since you left school, that's fine. Again, all you need to be able to do is have a conversation with somebody, and all you need to do then is translate that conversation into words on the page. It's that simple. It really is. So now what I'm going to do is I want to give you 7 steps to write compelling copy. 7 steps that I use every single time I sit down to write a marketing piece. These are the 7 steps that basically justify me charging £5,000 a piece because they work. Now, A lot of people go, yeah, well, you know, we've heard this stuff, you know, we've heard what you need to do to be able to write. You just sit down and you do it. They think they know better. Trust me, I've tried to do it this way. I've tried to do it the other ways. This way works. If you're ever going to write marketing materials, do these steps, please. The first one is you need to create what I call a swipe file. So you need to research your market and find out what's working for other people.